walk, a car ought to walk. I pray this devil die and get every evil thing the Lord got to give. And listen, I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Come here, SHALAM. Come here, SHALAM. I know you look at us in the state we in right now. Black people on drugs, and we suffering and dying. And I know it seems like you can do whatever you want to this people. I know it seems like this, but the time for glorifying yourself is soon at an end.
Shalom, Israel. This is Officer Lakumar of the I.S.U.P.K in Hawaii. The I.S.U.P.K has free online classes Tuesday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Also, Sabbath services every Saturday from 12 to 2 p.m. Also, don't forget to tune into the most controversial radio show, The Grill, with Commander GEN.YAHANNA every Monday night from 9 to 11 p.m. If you need to contact the school here in Hawaii, the number is 312-241-2161. Again, the number for the school here in Hawaii is 312-241-2161. And with that being said, we're going to get into today's lesson, which is Christ did not do away with the law. And to start off, we're going to go to Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Again, we're going to start off in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. And it reads, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." Christ is telling you off the bat, don't get it twisted. Do not think in any kind of way that I'm coming to destroy or get rid of this law. All right. He says, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Meaning he's going to complete it. Christ didn't come to do away with the law. He came to show you how to live it. No different from you going to your job and you have a list of tasks that you need to do or that you need to complete for that day. Okay. Once you get through those tasks or whatever, or those certain criteria, then guess what? You just fulfilled your duty for that day. No different from what Christ did, all right? He said he didn't come to destroy the law or the prophets. Anything that was spoken of back in the Old Testament, any law that was already put forth, he did not come. He's in full agreement with everything that was already spoken of, all right? Verse 18, and it reads, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled." Verse 19, "Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." All right, biggest thing, heaven and earth is still here, meaning we are still to go by these laws, statutes, commandments. All right. Now we're going to go to Matthew chapter 19, verse 17. Again, we're going to go to Matthew chapter 19, verse 17. And it reads, "And he said unto him, Why callest me thou good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments." He's telling you already, or he's telling this rich man, if you want to, he's telling you, if you want to enter into life, it's real simple. Just keep these commandments. Nowhere in this Bible does it say the only way to enter into this kingdom is to go to church and be saved or accept Jesus Christ as your whatever bull that the Christian church puts out. All right. It's like the Christian church has probably read a manual on how to disobey the Most High or piss Him off. Because as we go through these precepts, or as we go through this book, or even the New Testament in general, it's further proof that the Christian church has never actually read it. Okay, we're gonna go to 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. Again, we're gonna go to 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. And it reads, "And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments." Okay? Again, every Sunday in the Christian church, you're going to hear a pastor say, God told me to tell you that this is your season, or this is your breakthrough, or whatever, or God appeared to me in a vision or in a dream and told me to tell you. You know, we've been to a Christian church plenty of times before, and we hear all the nonsense that goes on. Verse 3, it says, and hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. Verse 4, he that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Okay, they're breaking these laws every day. More than likely, some homosexual, they're preaching to you or something. Or they're telling you that it's okay to eat pork. They're telling you or trying to find every possible excuse to break these laws, yet they're saying that God is talking to them directly. This book is proving that they're a liar. All right. Now we're going to go to Romans chapter 6, verse 1. Again, we're going to go to Romans chapter 6, verse 1. And it reads, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Again, this everything that I'm going over today is a huge cut to the Christian church. All right, because they say we no longer have to go by the law. The law is done away with. Grace replaced the law, which makes no sense at all. Okay, it says, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Grace is nothing more than a time period to correct yourself. Okay, meaning if you fall to sin, sin is transgression against the law. If you fall to sin for some reason, you now have a time period to correct yourself and not sin again. We're going to jump down to verse 15, same chapter. And it reads, what then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. Grace did not replace the law. Grace replaced the punishment of the law. That's the biggest thing, all right? Grace replaced the punishment of the law, because back in the Old Testament or the old ways, all right, you break these laws, guess what? You were put to death. Moses was real good about that. If you broke the law in any kind of way, somehow, some way, guess what? You was put to death, and that's being under the law, all right? Grace replaced that punishment. So now, we're gonna fall short at some point in time, or we have, all right? So now, if we fall short, we now have a time period to correct yourself. Just like when they brought that adulterous woman to Jesus, all right? In the end, Jesus said, where are your accusers? And then she said, I'm paraphrasing, but she said, they're not here. And he said, I accuse you. Go and sin no more. He's telling her, do not do that same act she's been doing before. All right? Now we're going to go to 1 John 3 and 4. Again, that's 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. And it reads, whosoever committed sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is transgression of the law. Something else that's real cut and dry. And you can't go into the Christian churches reading these scriptures. They'll kick you the hell out. All right. It says sin is transgression of the law. When they say that, all right, when they say that grace replaced the law or this law is no more, that's no different from me saying that I can go out and kill, I can go out and sleep with my pastor's wife, I can go out and be gay and still get into the kingdom as the same way a non-sinner would, or whatever. That makes no sense at all. Okay. In fact, what separates you from the rest of the world, who you claim is not saved? Okay, it's these laws. So if you're saying the law is done away with, then you're no different from the rest of the world. All right. Now we're gonna go to 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. Again. That's 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. And it reads, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. Meaning, it's not hard. It is not hard at all. All right? And if I love the Most High, all right, then I'm not going to want to do anything to disobey him or break any law that he put forth, okay? And another thing that the Christian church like to use is we only have 2 commandments to go by. which is love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and love your neighbor as yourself. But they never read the rest of that chapter or the rest of those verses, because it says the law hangs off those two. Meaning, if I love the Most High, and if I love my neighbor as I love myself, then because I don't want my neighbor to sleep with my wife, I'm not going to want to sleep with his. I'm not going to want to sell drugs to my people or whatever. Or because I love the Most High, I'm not going to want to eat pork. I want to do these laws because I want to live. And most important, because I love the Most High. And because I love my neighbor like I love myself, I'm not going to want to do anything that's going to hurt him or kill him in any kind of way. All right? And that's going to conclude today's lesson. And with that, we'll say shalom.
When nowadays I work hard on the job, till I come cross y'all, still like I'm a criminal. Crime and get caught, it could be your first charge. Like, man, you ain't getting the minimum. It gon' dip, squat, 5 mile run, push, pull, sit on, goddamn, get strong. Looking at my babies, trying to keep them doing wrong. It's too long for they grown, I can't leave them on their own. They killed Daddy like he had a 30-day cake. The news covering up the story for what they say. It took me back to the time we lost Otis. Pretending these crackers, they gon' tell you something bogus. And I'm thinking like, damn, what you tell the kids? We try to put up a fight, but did we fail the kids? Cause they really got us looking like no damn good. And why success got to cost my manhood? Hey, black women,